Okay, one of the questions we get a lot about fleas is, why do I have fleas if I don't have pets? And well, the fleas lay their eggs on warm-blooded animals, mammals, and so rats and rabbits and squirrels and possums, raccoons. And then it's a hard-shelled egg that is laid by the flea. And so as they move around the exterior of the homes and in residential areas, those eggs are being deposited everywhere they go. They don't stay on the body of the animal. They get deposited as the animal moves. And so you can end up with fleas in your yard that way. You go out there, you lay out, you go out and do a barbecue, they get onto you, and then you bring them into the home that way. A couple of things that can be done if you're having an issue like that is you can take a little bit of a flea collar and put it into your vacuum cleaner bag, and as you vacuum, you'll pick up some eggs, you'll pick up some larvae and what have you, and those will be inside the canister or inside the vacuum cleaner bag, and the flea collar will take care of and kill them inside of the bag. As far as other home remedies go, there are some things that can be done. It's just a little weird. You can take a pie pan, put some soapy water in it, put it in front of a speaker. Fleas are attracted to vibration, and so that vibration would draw the fleas in towards there. They get into the pie pan and they can't crawl back out of the sides there because of the soapy water. And then that would also give you an indication as to how severe the problem inside the home is. If you have cats and dogs, vacuuming is very important. Before we come out to perform a service on the house, in order to get ready for us, we would either want you to take the animals to the groomer and have them professionally groomed for the day. That eliminates all the fleas and eggs and larvae that are on the animal at the time. And then you would need to wash all your bedding, and you want to wash it in as hot as water as what the fabric will allow. We want you to vacuum thoroughly and throw that bag away prior to us showing up. Everything out from underneath the carpet, out from underneath the beds. The more carpeted areas that we have exposed to us, the better our treatment is going to be. If you have cats and you have an issue with fleas, cats are very active at night. They will jump up onto wall units, they'll get up onto tables, they'll get up into areas that we cannot treat. And so dusting is very important when you have cats. Everywhere that you see a hair from the animal, there's potential for eggs to be there also. So we can't treat on top of the bed, we can't treat on top of the wall unit, we can't treat on your dining room table. So those are little sanctuaries where the eggs can end up and they can hatch and come out, and then they're back on the animals. And so we need those areas dusted on a regular basis in order to control the problem with the fleas. It can take 7 to 10 days to control fleas. From egg to adult, it can be as short as 5 to 7 days, or as long as 14 to 28 days to go from egg to adult. And so even after we do a service, we do want you to vacuum after that. When you vacuum after a service is performed, you're going to be picking up carpet fibers that has some of the treatment on it, as well as you'll be picking up some eggs and larvae, and that will all be inside the bag. And what is on the fiber from the carpet that has the treatment on it will kill the fleas inside the bag. So we only need you to throw that bag away before we show up. And then once we do a service and we've treated all of those areas and all the upholstered furniture and all the carpeted areas, then you may see an increase in activity for the first 3 or 4 days, and then after that you should see a steady decline in the number of fleas that you're seeing around the house. Initially they're trying to get away from what we've put down, and that's generally why you'll see an increase in activity before you see a decline in activity. And there are chances that we'd have to come back. We just ask that you give it 10 to 14 days for the initial service to establish the control.